Okay, so what's up guys? I'm playing Udyr this game versus a Renekton top. I'm just going to sort this out super quick. This game was one before my promotion game, I think. So I'm at like 95 league points this game. So obviously me winning this game is pretty important to me because getting promoted is always a good thing. This was promotion to Platinum 2, I think, that was going to be the best of 3 for. So starting out quick, we have Amumu, Caitlyn, Kayle, Udyr, Thresh. That's a super strong team in my opinion. Like, that's ridiculously strong. Versus Soraka, Varus, Lee Sin, Renekton, Twisted Fate, which is also quite a strong team, apart from the Soraka, which I don't really like, personally. But, yeah. So I'm playing Udyr top this game. It's not really something I like to do that much, but it's Udyr at the end of the day, and for those of you that know, Udyr is my champion really. If I could, I would play Udyr every single game and never actually get better at a game because I would just be playing Udyr. I'd never actually get good. I would never learn how to play AD carry properly or learn how to play jungle properly. I just play Udyr every game, and that's not really good, basically. But I mean, it's one of the few top champions I can play. I can play Renekton half decently, and I can play something else top that I can't really think of at the moment, half decently. But really, if my go-to champion, it's Udyr. So again, I've taken teleport this game, and that's because I think it's just healthier for split pushing. Really, like Ignite's great, but I think it is elo people have sort of figured out like Tiger Stance does a lot of damage, and then they don't get killed by Tiger Ignite, so it's sort of pointless to not pointless, but it just feels like a waste of a summoner sometimes because it's not often you get easy kills with Udyr anymore. Whereas it used to be the case where Tiger Ignite level 1 was like a free first blood against most players. But it doesn't really exist anymore. Because people start buying red potion as well. That's a massive thing that stops it. I bought a cloth 5 instead of red potion potions. The reason I did that is because red potion isn't as strong of Tiger Udyr. Like, I went Tiger this game. I'm not really sure why. I think my thought in my head was like, Tiger's good against Twisted Fate because when he ports in, I can bear and then Tiger, and it does massive damage to him. But Phoenix pretty much does like better damage. So again, this is like quite an old game, like a week and a half maybe, and I've since progressed my Udyr, and I no longer go Tiger stance. It's still good. Like you notice my damage here is pretty high against Renekton. Still got to half HP with a Tiger, so I mean it's not bad. It's just I think Phoenix is probably superior because you can't maintain Tiger anymore with your mana pool because Turtle Stance doesn't give mana back, so it's quite a big deal, I think. You notice how I didn't let this go to the tower because why would you ever want to let it go to the tower, basically. And I'm wary of Lee Sin ganks here because I didn't buy a ward, obviously. I bought Cloth 5, and sure, you're all aware that one thing Lee Sin really likes to do is to get a kill top early game. And especially on a Udyr with your Renekton, that's quite an easy kill to happen. He stole our Amumu's red, yeah. So he ends up with 3 buffs out of 4, which is quite strong play by him. Like, if you're ever in a situation like early game as a jungler where you end up with 3 out of 4 buffs, you've done a good job because you're sort of shutting down Amumu's ganks quite hard. Red buff's really important, and if you don't have a red buff, yeah, you're at quite a disadvantage. You notice here I don't really care too much about taking 3 damage like that. I don't know what that was, Renekton. Just because there's no way I can beat this guy 1v1 early game when he has a red potion and I have cloth. It just doesn't work. Like, don't care who you are, it just doesn't work. I tried to bait here, he didn't fall for it. Unfortunate. Yeah, again, I don't know where Lee Sin is. This is a problem when you play top lane in my situation, where I don't like to start with a ward. Thresh got first blooded here. Somehow. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention to that. I don't really want to watch bottom lane too much this game. Watching Soraka lane is really dull. Yeah, so my basic overview for this game was basically, okay, we have Kayle, and this Kayle's pretty decent. I've played this Kayle before, so I know he's pretty decent. And if I can get to a point where I'm really fed, it doesn't matter like what happens in the game, because Udyr with a Kayle helmet, yeah, you don't die really ever. Again, I'm being really risky here. I don't know why. This is like super risky. I should recall and teleport for sure. Like, oh, because Amumu's like stood here. He's doing a Jarvan to me. For those of you who didn't watch that game, he's doing a Jarvan. He goes in on a Renekton here. I stay for some reason. I think that was a bad choice by me. There's no. If I came in, I'd have got ignited. Oh, he's got teleport. Maybe that's why I was staying. He couldn't kill me because he had no ignite. Okay, never mind. It wasn't that bad play. I think I pinged him back here because I wanted to teleport back into the lane and not miss too much. Yeah. I put chain armor and a ward. Chain armor is really good. Builds into a glacial shroud, which builds into. Oh, I don't know what the item name is. I'm gonna call it Frozen Fist, even though it's not what it's called, because I like that name and that's what it does. So, Frozen Fist item. That's what I'm gonna build. I really wish I knew the name of the item, but I just have no idea what it's called. Twisted Fate teleports bottom. Doesn't really achieve a lot. Like that was like, I don't know, if you're gonna gank as Twisted Fate, you should at least achieve a kill. But he didn't really do a lot. He didn't even buy items before he went for it. That was don't know about that. And he goes again trying to get a kill. He's really desperate for this kill. Surprised he didn't get hooked there actually. That was the freest hook. Oh well. I'm pushing the lane because I have chain armor. Once you get a chain armor versus someone like Renekton, like it becomes super hard to kill you without ignite. If he had ignite, I would be playing a lot more careful than I am right now. But ignite, no death for Udyr. That's how I look at it anyway, because it just sort of shuts down a lot of kill potential. Because ignite essentially gets rid of like total shield. It just makes it useless. But yeah, see this thing coming here. I think maybe I didn't see him coming. Best dance him and just run away. Whatever. Q's me onto the tower. I don't really care. Whatever. And I'm out of mana because, like I said, Tiger Udyr just seems to burn through mana so quick. It's kind of crazy actually. And I'm stuck in an awkward spot here because, like, I have 520 sort of HP. It's sort of going up and down. And again, he doesn't have ignite, so I don't have to be too worried about Renekton killing me of all people. That doesn't bother me too much. So he tries to kill me here. Pops his ultimate on the tower. I just sort of juke him around. He kills me, and he dies for it. So he came out ahead on that for sure because look how many creeps I'm gonna miss. That's a lot of creeps. But I didn't really have a choice. It was a really odd situation for me because I knew Twisted Fate was gonna have his ultimate up again really soon, like 17 seconds. And if I recalled, I would never recall on that tower and expect to live because I don't time that Twisted Fate's ultimate. I don't have a perfect timing. And Mumu here really gets caught. Wow. Yeah. He tried to make plays on that Lee Sin because he got annoyed, I guess, at getting his buff stolen and then just sort of give it back. Yeah, anyway, I didn't have perfect timing on that Twisted Fate ultimate. I had no idea. I presumed it was already up. And if I'd have recalled on the tower, I would have died by Twisted Fate ultimate. In my mind, obviously, that's not in reality because he didn't have it up. Or I could have died by a Lee Sin gank, or I could have just died. So me getting a kill was probably the best trade I could take there, because if I ran back to like here and then recalled, Twisted Fate could have killed me. Maybe. Anyway, that's what I thought in my head. It's probably, like I said, watching it back is... Hindsight is perfect, whatever they say. 20/20, 50/50, I don't care what they say. But that's what I thought. And one thing Tiger's really good at actually is killing dragons. Killing towers. Because you get that increased attack speed from Tiger. And Renekton went here, like... This is the same mistake Jace makes against Udyr, where he goes for the dragon, which he didn't really need to, because let's be honest, like, the bottom half of our map was already getting kind of smashed. There wasn't really a need to sort of go help them with a dragon. And then he came back up top at like 1000 HP with no ultimate. And I've took his tower, like, I've taken like 2000 HP almost off his tower for free. And it really was free in my mind, because like I said, he didn't need to be at that dragon fight at all. He got nothing out of it, I don't think anyway. Maybe he got an assist by the looks of it. Yeah, so he got an assist out of it. I guess it's just safety measures, but I don't like that play personally. I mean, he used his teleport to get there as well, I think anyway. Yeah, I presume he did, because... What's it? 100 seconds ago. Maybe he teleported, maybe he didn't. I don't know. I'm not bothered by it. I'd go to a shroud, that's what it matters. And this Sin's really doing work this game. So it comes to getting this Kale. And Kale gets hit by the Q. And wow, that damage is so insane. And he didn't ultimate himself. Unfortunate. Wonder if he said anything in chat. MVP. Yeah. Again, I'm having to recall here. And this is a good recall in my mind, because I have teleport up. I can come back into lane and kill Renekton. That's my thought here. So I built Madred's Razor. This is why I started going Phoenix, because you don't need to build Madred's to push lanes effectively with Phoenix. But with Tiger you kind of do. I know it doesn't... I know the passive doesn't work on creeps anymore. It's the... basic attacks deal... Wow, I cannot speak today. Basic attacks against minions have a 25% chance to go through the magic damage. That's why you have to buy Madred's on Tiger stance and not on Phoenix. So Twisted Fate almost up here. I don't really care if it's coming from me or not because he can't kill me. Thresh gets killed again. 0-3 Thresh. Not a good start. And I'm going to beat the tower up because I love beating towers up. That's what I play Udyr to do, really. And Caitlyn's decent. Like, Caitlyn's at 91 creep kills, so you can't really fault that when it's been getting camped quite hard bottom lane. And I'm just going to push because now, like I said again, at this point, Renekton cannot beat me. I can't really kill him, but he can't really kill me either. Tiger stance, this is where Turtle stance sort of proves to be like effective, because he's lost half HP and he can Q, like he can Q minions back and get health back, sure. But I can just Turtle stance and punch stuff, and that's what I do. I end up just punching him to death. Tiger stance proc, and then I turtle again. Like you see, he lost a lot of HP from the Tiger, and I don't really care because I'm just going to Tiger and hit stuff. He goes for the kill actually probably here by the looks of it. Ooh, this is risky. And I'm baiting so hard for this Amumu here. It's obvious bait. Go into the bush, Tiger him, turtle him down, even. Hit my Tiger on him. Lee Sin comes in, we get the Amumu ultimate, which is nice. I punch Lee Sin and flash out. And Lee Sin can't do a lot. And then Chaos coming, Chaos coming, Chaos coming. Does he get the kill? I presume there's no way he lives this. Yeah, Reckoning comes down. Is that called Reckoning? Yeah, I like how I know like the weird names of Chaos skills, which I never play, but I don't know item names that I buy every game on Udyr. That's game knowledge for you, I guess. Built Wriggles because lifesteal versus... Like you saw how I was trading with Renekton. That's how I like to play versus anyone top. I like to just trade and see where I stand with them and see if I beat them 1v1. And then as soon as I start beating them 1v1, because everyone builds items different, and everyone builds masteries different, and everyone runes different, so you can't ever say for sure, I beat this guy 1v1 now, until you sort of try it out, I guess. So I know I needed to get some lifesteal to beat him 1v1 for sure, and Wriggles was the obvious choice, because it gives you a free ward, it gives you more minion clear, and it gives you lifesteal, and it gives you more armor, and it gives you more AD. So you notice now that I know I beat him 1v1, that I just sort of go to town, and just sort of start punching him. Because even with a full creep wave, it just doesn't bother me, because Turtle Stance is like super strong when you have a Wriggles. You just get a lot of health back from it. He goes for my creeps. Again, like I said, I'm going to just punch him. Bear Stance. Attack animation cancel, so I get as much damage as possible. Tiger him down. And I don't go for the kill there. A lot of people would have been greedy and sort of like, oh, maybe I can kill him. That's how you get ganked by Lee Sin and Twisted Fate. If you overextend, it's better to just sort of push him back and then farm the minion wave and freeze the lane than to go for a kill there, because while I probably could have killed him, it's just overextension and it's risky. And him recalling is better for me at the end of the day. He misses more by recalling than dying, kind of thing, because it's. I like to play a very, very solid playstyle which involves as little risk as possible, and that was a display of it, I guess. If I had Ignite, I would have gone for that kill. But with Teleport, you can never... I think going for kills is a wrong choice. So now I can freely walk in here because I know he had to recall because he took arms. There's nowhere else he could be. Put a ward on red buff so I can see when it's coming up, because if I get a red buff, then I'm going to be really strong. Kale here baits Lee Sin really well. He jumps down. and I bear stance into him and punch him. Tiger kicks me back into kill, which is a nice kick by him, to be fair. And then he just sort of jukes around, and I'm just like, you know what, I can't be bothered. I don't want to deal with this. Because getting kited as Udyr is like one of the most frustrating things in the game. And yeah. So I'm just sort of not letting myself be put in that situation where I get kited around like an idiot. Because it's so easy to put yourself in that situation as Udyr. And again, my ward here I think is just seeing red buff come up. Yeah, I've just seen his red come up. And Lee Sin knows. Yeah, Lee Sin knows. And I'm like, I don't know about this, man. I really don't want to be here. Because Twisted Fate has his armor, so I don't want to be here. And then Kale pings me back, and yeah, I decide not to risk it. Because again, like I said, even though that red buff would have made me absolutely smash top lane, getting killed for it is just bad. Renekton still can't beat me 1v1. No way. So why risk a death, really? I'm recalling here because I have teleport. You notice as well when I play top lane, I rarely ever use my teleport to go mid or bottom. Just because I don't like getting kited, like I said. I hate getting kited as Udyr, it's one of the most frustrating things in the game. I considered teleporting here probably. We'll see what happens, I guess. I definitely considered the teleport here. And decided against it because what am I going to do if I teleport into that? Not a lot. So I ended up building boots and a cloth. Unless I would have had that cloth. I'm not sure. But, whoa, what's that ping noise? That was odd. Okay. I built 3 wards because I wanted to ward up the whole jungle. And then I ran at Renekton. Let's see what happens here. Nothing. Okay. This is a very slow game so far. 17 minutes into the game and nothing, not a lot's gone on. They got a free dragon because Thresh was dead. And then nice Varus armor comes down and gets wrecked. This point in the game, like, it doesn't look good, to be honest. They're sort of just dominating the lower half of the map completely, which is not really my fault because Renekton's only been there once. It's basically my team is losing the game, not me. Selfish way to look at it, maybe, sure, but that's what I think. So. And obviously you gotta be careful when you split push. Like, my whole goal this game is obviously to split push because I wouldn't bother buying these items and picking Udyr if I wasn't gonna split push. So you gotta be careful with Twisted Fate when you split push. Very scary hero. Lee Sin ganks me here with a red buff, kicks me straight into the wall, which is quite nice. Bear stance comes down onto him, turtle stance comes down. I look dead here. Turtle stance flash with the bear. Almost dead. Turtle stance. Yeah, dead surely. Yeah. No live in that one. Well, probably maybe there was live in that one, but oh, Mumu comes in with a nice Ilma here. Gets the kill. Yeah, nice. Okay. I'd kind of forgot that happened actually. That was pretty cool by Mumu. Is he maxing W? No, he's maxing E. It does damage. He's just sort of stood on this Lee Sin's face, just doing damage to him. Lee Sin. Yeah, he knows he can't kill that. No way. So that was quite nice of Mumu. That gave me a bit of faith in Mumu, even as a spectator kind of thing. That was quite cool. Twisted Fate takes no damage from Caitlyn armor. What's Caitlyn built? So Caitlin's built the right items here for the situation. I'm always wary when people take my AD carry off me because usually they're better than me, or like in rating anyway. So I don't mind too much, but when they build stupid items, it bothers me a bit. But he built the right items this game, so it's fine. Here I'm setting my like ward trap up, I guess. Ward trap? That sounds wrong. This is my line of 3 wards I like to put up because it gives you massive vision across like their whole jungle. If I just change this to, are we blue? Yeah, blue. I can see this gank crew, I can see this gank crew, and I can see this gank crew. So the only way I can get ganked is by Twisted Fate armor. Maybe from the river, but nah, I doubt it. So you see here are no Lee Sins here, so I'm not going to try anything. I'm just going to simply play how I'd normally play. But obviously I want to still be aggressive because I want to keep Lee Sin here. Like, I still want to keep him here. But Ninja Tab by this game? I guess that makes sense because they have I guess in theory they have 4 auto attackers, because if this Twist of Fate was a Lich Bane, which he will, I think his attack counts as gets reduction by the 10%. I'm not 100% on that, but I'd like to think it does. So Twist of Fate comes bottom again here. Things just go wrong really. Caitlyn makes a nice play, but what can he do, I guess? He's kiting so well, but he just does like 4 damage this season. And then, yeah, absolutely dead bomb. I'm pushing top lane because I want to push top lane. Renekton TP'd? Yeah, Renekton TP'd there to actually help them there. Did he actually get anything out of it? Yeah, he did. But, again, me and Kale, nah, no care. We push towers. So Kale made the right decision here as well. He just decided, you know what, if I go down, I'm not going to do anything 5v1. And I'm not going to come down, so it's going to be 5v1, for sure. So he just pushed towers instead. Selfish playstyle, but it works. It doesn't matter if it's selfish if you win at the end of the day. That's what I think. Because people might hate you for playing this kind of playstyle, but you know they love you for winning at the same time. So that's how I justify it, I guess. I'd be happier to be mad at somebody for win a game than to be happy with someone and lose a game. So I record here because you know they're all going to come top lane. And I don't want to deal with that, because I have enough vision. I can see everybody moving around here. I know they're all here. And I didn't... Do I buy anything here? Let's just see. What gold am I at? I bought a Philosopher's Stone. That's interesting. And a dagger. So I guess I wanted the attack speed to kill a tower quicker. And Philosopher's Stone because my mana was actually a problem at this point in the game. And I wanted to put this into Shredder's eventually, to run away faster. But I never actually got a chance to do it. So this is 6-14. Again, really looking really bad for us. And I've just picked this replay out of like my low replays. So hopefully we actually win this game, because it'd be pretty sad if we just sort of lost. And there's only 7 minutes to go, so I'm not sure we actually win this game. Lee Sin dies me. Nah, not gonna happen. Who's got that item? Amumu's got Twin Shadows. That's actually really strong on Amumu. Gets a nice helmet, I presume, here with 2 people. He hasn't got his helmet. Oh, he has. Nice helmet from Amumu. Things come down, I'm just sort of tigering and bearing and just being a Udyr. Go for Soraka, because it's important to kill Soraka when things like this are happening. Kill the Soraka. Twist of Fate is definitely going to come in here. No, just hit him bottom. And Lee Sin's like 1 HP. He really should have queued me there and killed me, but he didn't for some reason. I'm like 1 HP. Run Udyr! Okay, so I'm like baiting this Renekton hard. Punish him. Okay, I don't know, the Udyr baits. Just like, it's so risky, but it's so fun to do. That's one problem with my Udyr actually. I hang around and just sort of run around and just go full retard quite often when I play Udyr. But I like to think it like mentally challenges people, because it makes them like just annoyed. I'd be annoyed if that happened to me. Like Udyr lives at 25 HP and then runs around, doesn't even recoil or run away. Just runs around and taunts me and then bear stances me to death. That would be annoying. I'd be mad. That's my, you know, that's why I do it really. That sounds like a bit of a troll move, but it has its logic behind it. So I think they've got like 3 dragons. That sounds about right. I've just torn. No, what have I done? Okay, let's get that back to normal. That looks about normal to me. Maybe. Oh, that's weird. Okay, that looks normal. That's the right angle. Yeah, so they got every dragon in this game. They're up 6k gold, which isn't the biggest deal, but it's a bit of a big deal because being up 6k gold is a lot. Here this Chaos strong, and like my thoughts this game at this point were like Caitlyn is pretty okay strong, but they have a lot of armor, so he's not going to do any damage for a while. And Mumu is strong. He's shown me that he can make plays and hit bandages and just do things right. He seems like the kind of player that does things right. Kale is Kale. Like at the end of the day, Kale does massive damage, and he's a good player because, like I said, I played with him before. So I come here for the gank. Twin Shadows hits Lee Sin. Amumu makes a nice bandage toss. Ignite onto Lee Sin. My bear stance is obviously going to catch up. And then I Q him and take the kill. I could have let Caitlyn have that kill, but I want it. Double kill for me comes down. Bear stance. Obviously going to dash over this wall. And then we just take... Do we just take Baron? No? Okay. I'm not sure why I'm chasing Renekton here. I'll just say that. Bad choice by me. Bad choice by me. I'm still beating him up for no reason. Okay, then KO comes down and does some stuff. We might have been able to take a few dragon there. I'm not really sure. But I made the wrong choice by hitting Renekton. Oh well. I make mistakes like everyone else, I guess. I could have stayed mid and helped them push this mid tower, but I don't think we'd ever have got it. So instead I went to top and back to where I belong, I guess, and pushed this down instead. This feels like such a slow-paced game. I can't believe 26 minutes has gone past already and like nothing's really happened. I guess that's like the life of a top laner when you play like I do. And that's why I don't really like top lane sometimes, because it feels ever so slow when your team is losing. Obviously it's like an effective way of winning, because it works in every situation really. Like your team can be winning and how I play works, and your team can be losing and how I play works. It just feels slow. Twist of Fate ports on Caitlyn here and just like smashes him. Doesn't actually kill him. Varus misses that ultimate by a mile. Wow. And again, I could have gone mid here, but I decided that I wanted to go top. My team would probably ping me to mid, I would imagine, because okay. Thing is, if I went mid here, like the chances of us winning an actual team fight at this point, that is low, I think. So Lee Sin came to try and gank me. Never happening. I finished Frozen Heart because I wanted to be a threat in team fights. Lee Sin like ganked me here, whatever. And I just ran past him and just ignored him because I wanted to get to this team fight now. I didn't want to kill Lee Sin. And then obviously I have to turn around because Caitlyn's here to do damage. I didn't do any damage at this point. I'm just here. I'm just Frozen Heart. You know, I'm just like a running Frozen Heart that's gonna hit Lee Sin. I'm taking everyone's damage down at this moment, even Twisted Fates by this Frozen Heart. And again, this is quite an old school build. I don't actually build this item anymore very often. I flash onto Varus and do no damage to him. And then I'm bearing everybody, and Amumu makes a really nice ultimate. Bear onto Varus, Q comes down, and I'm just going to tank the tower because I'm really, really tanky. That's all I am this game. I'm just like a running like tank. But with Kayle and Amumu doing damage, and Caitlyn doing damage because he's better items, like I said before, it's okay to be like that. Bear stance on the Twisted Fate again, get the kill. So I'm 5-2-7. Overall, that's quite a solid score, really. And then beating towers up because I'm Udyr. And I mean, obviously, I didn't really carry this game at all. Like, this is not really, like, you couldn't really say I carried this game. I did well, but I didn't, like, it wasn't as hard as that Varus game where I had to do a lot of stuff. My team were actually good. So, just want to talk for 2 minutes. This Caitlyn when Infinity Edge Zeal, Last Whisper, very, very smart of him, actually. Because with their team comp being the way it is, like they sort of just initially have a lot of armor. Like they have 124 armor Lee Sin, 140 armor Renekton, and then they have the Soraka. Like whoever Soraka chooses to heal gets 105 armor. So that's going to put Renekton up at like 245 armor. That's a lot of armor to have. So skipping the Phantom Dancer completion for a Last Whisper, very, very smart by that guy. Very, very, very smart. I built a Cutlass here, just to try and slow people down because, you know, why not? I teleported in for the team fight. And we don't have a Moon Warmer, so it's a bit risky here. But we catch Twisted Fate. I'm going to run at him like an idiot. Got kicked backwards for some reason. And then again, running like an idiot constantly, because that's what I like to do. Beating people up. I'm just going to peel for Caitlyn now, because Caitlyn's got enough damage, so I don't really care. And then, yeah. We just beat him up, really. That was 4v5 because Thresh wasn't there the whole time. Not like that really mattered, but I'm just pointing it out. And then I guess the GG's come out. I don't know. GG, 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 GG. Lee Sin just useless. Report TF. Yeah. So sorry for that game. I just wanted to put some content out there, and it wasn't the best game, obviously. Hopefully you learned a bit about how to play Udyr top and how to sort of build like a roaming, annoying bear stance turtle man when you have the right team for it. Like the thing is, if you're going to build like that, it's really important that you have Kale or someone mid that does a lot of damage, and that you have an AD carry that actually knows how to play the game. Because if you try and build like that without either of them two things being in the game, and also a Mumu to like follow your initiative, that's a quite important thing as well. If you try and build like that without the team comp we had, you're gonna have a bad time. It's not gonna work. But my item build and my playstyle was very specific to my team, basically, because I knew our team fight at the end of the day was better 5v5, and me building how I did, we needed a tank. Like Amumu didn't really build tank; he built Twin Shadows and built damage. We needed this Frozen Heart just to shut everyone's damage down. Because if you think about it, like most of the team auto attacks, like Twisted Fate auto attacks, you can't really deny that. Varus obviously auto attacks, Lisa auto attacks, Renekton auto attacks. So if I'm slowing auto attacks by 20%, like I don't want to do the multiplicative bullshit math, but you can look at it like I'm slowing 80% attack speed on everyone, which is quite a lot of attack speed to slow down. Like, it's a weird way to look at it, but hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. Where as long as I can get in everyone's face and I can like, because the cooldown on bear is 6 seconds, so if I can get in everyone's face and I can bear 5 bears, and then the cooldown's up on the first guy I bared, and it's just like a repeating pattern of just bear stance 5 times, bear stance 5 times, and you sort of end up stunning the whole team like a rogue in WoW or something. Then it actually becomes quite an effective playstyle, presuming you have enough people to do damage. And we definitely had enough damage this game, as you saw the last team fight, people just melted. So me building damage this game would not have achieved anything. Like the Cutlass was okay because it slowed people down and allowed me to catch people. So hopefully you understand the logic behind what I did, and you can sort of employ it in your own games a little bit, but try to be careful with it because building a full tank is often a good way to lose the game if you don't have 3 good carries. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this game. I know, sorry it was a bit slow paced and dragged on a bit, but the next game will be a lot better. Thanks for watching this video.